right, Jack, thank you so much for coming here for Thriving Craftsman interview.
Thanks for having me today.
So you really had quite a journey. You started out as actually white collar, and then you transferred to the handyman business. And then you essentially became a home improvement contractor, or really a general contractor. You manage a lot of upkeep for a lot of properties for homeowners. And eventually you started consulting to other home improvement contractors, and that's what you do now. You consult to all kinds of businesses about all kinds of tradesmen how to run their businesses on the best possible way. And you've also wrote a book about it, Upkeep, right? Congratulations for putting out your book.
Thank you, and thanks for reading it and stuff. My real purpose with Upkeep was sort of giving a more holistic model. When I ran my home improvement business, I really tried to be holistic in my approach to homes. And homeowners would actually say to me, "Hey, can you do this?" And I would be like, "No, sorry, we can't do this. We don't have the expertise in this." But I would always try to link them with someone else that actually could take care of them, because the home is a whole system. It's made up of different parts, but when you have a problem in one area, it can cause problems in other areas. So if you take a holistic approach to a home, you're better off. I think homeowners are better served. They have healthier, better upkeep houses.
At some point, you kind of shift. You realize that the current way that homes are maintained, where a homeowner has to contact all these different contractors, isn't really working out very well, and you kind of reached a new paradigm where it would be better if it would be one point of contact to service the homeowner and take care of all of this professionally. Can you describe that realization, how you reached it?
Yeah, I just think that many homeowners don't know where to turn. So they have they know when their heating or cooling system isn't working. They call their HVAC contractor. But what happens when something else goes wrong? It might not be that obvious. So I came up with a three-pronged approach to better taking care of one's house. And the three prongs are an annual home checkup. That would be done by someone that's qualified, knowledgeable about all different phases of home construction and remodeling, etc. And so they could document what's right, what's wrong with a house. The other prong of my approach would be to have a digital home record system. So keeping track of everything related to your homes in one place digitally. Everything's going computer. Your details about your house should be on a computer too. Sort of like you go to the doctor and the doctor keeps medical records now on a computer for you now, and your dentist as well too, an eye doctor and everything. So you should have the same for your house. And there's some other solutions out there. I go over some of them in my book, Upkeep. There's more coming out. Like, it seems weekly. There's more alternatives to keep track of your house digitally. The third and final concept in my book, part of keeping your house well upkept, is to have a single point of contact, and that's more what you were asking about. So rather than going and finding various people around to take care of various pieces of your house, have one person that's responsible for the holistic upkeep of your house. A really good person to look for that has the ability to do this is a remodeling contractor. Remodeling contractors have great abilities to go ahead and do the first part, the home checkup. They also have lots of tradespeople that they have existing relationships with, that if they can't take care of it, they can go ahead and get one of their trades to take care of it. But they're responsible for really being the one point of contact for anything related to your house. Now, in practicality, I lay out sort of the framework for this in the book. However, it's not so easy to find a person that's willing to do this. I have this tested in different models in different cities. I have different people that are sort of running this, either all of my 3-part model or 2 out of the 3 parts, or even sometimes 1 out of the 3 parts and stuff. So I know how hard, because I'm looking for people that are willing to do this for homeowners, because I'm happy to go ahead and spread that out to other people, because I think homeowners and their homes are better served if they take a really holistic approach to their house.
So why don't you elaborate on that? What do you take to be the 3 main benefits to a homeowner who adopts this system of this upkeep system, this 3-pronged approach?
Yeah. So I think mainly if you catch problems while they're small, generally if you take care of it, they remain small problems. So number one is there's going to be a long-term cost savings for your house, because you had a professional find the problem with your house, fix the problem with your house that you didn't even know it. And there's a lot of people that are into do-it-yourself, and that's great, but they don't still have the experience in knowing really what to look for. In the area that I'm in the Southeast, we have a lot of wood rot damage and stuff, so it might not be evidenced by a homeowner looking at their house, but someone that's a skilled carpenter will look at it and say, yeah, you've got the beginnings of wood rot here. If we take care of this little piece, it won't become a huge piece. So cost savings would be one. Just having a healthier, safer home. When your house is well maintained, it's healthier for the inhabitants. Again, where we live in the Southeast, mold is a big issue. Mold happens when there's moisture. If we find those moisture issues, we can go ahead and sort of take care of any mold problems. So health is another benefit for homeowners. And I would think probably finally, I'd say if you keep up with your home and you keep track of it and document it in a sort of a digital format, when it becomes time to sell your house down the road, wouldn't it be great if you could go to prospective buyers of your home and say, hey, look at how we kept up with our home, the maintenance, regular maintenance, checkups, we took care of things, we have this all documented in this great digital home record packet of information, and we can actually give it to you when you buy it, so you can take that and keep going. Sort of like, when there's a thing called a Carfax. If you have looking to buy a used car, you can do a Carfax. Well, this would almost be like a Carfax for a home, so like a home fax. So I think resale down the road, you're going to sell your house better, because if a prospective buyer is looking at two different homes in the same neighborhood, about the same age, and they look at yours that's well upkept and you have records of it, versus the one around the corner which hasn't been, or there's no records of anything, who are they going to believe? Which house are they more likely to buy? So those would be my primary reasons.
Definitely amazing. You could even look at a future down the road where insurance company might require it or have a lower premium if you actually have these records. It's
actually amazing. Like if you went to sell a car and you serviced it at a car, an auto shop somewhere, they keep track of this. They keep track of, if you go to the same place, you can have them print out the records of it. And if you're going to sell that car, you have a good, track record of how well you maintained your house. But a house is probably the largest investment anyone's going to have in their lifetime is a house. And the vast majority of homeowners don't you take care of your pets better than your house, and you take care of your car better than your house too. So I think, if there was a fourth reason why this is good, is looking after your investment. It just makes good sense.
Definitely. What are the main benefits you see to the contractors who adopt this method?
Yeah, so if you're a contractor and you subscribe to this method and you're the go-to person for every homeowner, and you take care of their homes, you do an annual home inspection, you help them with their digital home records, you are going to be the go-to person for that homeowner. So we're talking about a quality relationship over multiple years. That's multiple opportunities to build that relationship. People, it's really hard for homeowners to get to trust home improvement contractors. There's a few bad apples out there, which unfortunately that's what you hear about or read about it. It's that bad apple. I believe that most contractors are good people. The majority of them are great. They do good work and stuff. It's sort of very small minority that give us all a bad name. But if you're able to focus on the quality of really taking a holistic approach to a homeowner's house, they're going to call you for everything. And if you can monetize that, one of the things that I do in my consulting practice is help monetize that for a contractor. So the ultimate reason why you want to do this if you're a contractor is monetization. Helps build your business. It's not chasing leads. It's not investing in lots of marketing. It's investing in your existing client base. And if you can keep if you can go anytime you can improve the lifetime value of a customer, that's good business. That's good business in home improvement. It's in any business. Whenever you can increase the lifetime value of each customer. I'll give you, for instance, in the non-home improvement world, Apple computer, people that, if you have one Apple product, you have probably multiple. If you have an iPhone, there's books on there, there's movies, there's games, you have all those things as part of their ecosystem. Your lifetime value to Apple keeps going up. The better products they put out there, the more things that they can offer. So if you're a home improvement contractor, the more things you can offer, the more lifetime value you're going to get from a customer, and you're going to be able to serve less homeowners, but you're going to be able to do more with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It sounds to me like you're saying, rather than putting the effort and investment in acquiring new customers all the time, if you use this method to provide more value to your existing customer base, then the more value you give, then obviously the more compensation you can also receive in return. And for good reason, you're providing more value to the customer.
Exactly. And I mean, let's face it, a lot of home improvement contractors, they know they might be a carpenter or a remodeling contractor, but they know the best plumber, they know the best electrician, they know the best landscaping person. They know all these people. They just need to go ahead and put together a format that makes sense for all those people. And it's not rocket science. It's finding the people, building relationships with them, because wouldn't you like to be the, say, plumbing contractor that hooks up with the remodeling contractor that takes this approach, because then they don't have to find new customers. They can go ahead and better serve these. And they say that likes find other likes. So if homeowners like this approach, they're going to talk about it because they're going to be like, wow, this is a novel approach to things. And they're going to tell other homeowners about it. Not everyone's going to buy into it. There's a lot of homeowners that take this sort of bury your head in the sand like an ostrich and not, I won't fix anything until it's broken. I think that's the wrong way. That's their choice. I think maintaining stuff and staying on top of things is a better way to go for the short term and the long term.
Awesome. So another point that really intrigued me, you were talking about in your book, you talked about the challenges of getting different tradesmen who are working on your property. You have all these different specialties, and each one is working their trade, and they're super focused on their own trade, and they don't necessarily see the big picture, the overall best interest of the home, of the homeowner. They only see their job, and I have to finish my job. How do you resolve that challenge? How do you create actual synergy between different tradesmen working at the same time on the one property?
I would say get help and find that one home improvement contractor. Maybe it was the person that did your sunroom for you or remodeled your bathroom or something. Those, I think, remodeling contractors and general contractors are well suited to be your advocate. So and have them work for you. You need to pay them to do this, but if they're your advocate for you and you say, hey, I have a plumbing problem, can you send me your plumber? That plumber is going to go and do a bang up job because that plumber has a relationship with that remodeling contractor, for instance, and they're going to go and do a bang up job for them because they want to keep getting that business from that general contractor. A homeowner doesn't have much leverage in that respect. The tradespeople know this, that if it's a little tiny job, and that's why you hear about people walking away from jobs, because for whatever reason they know they're not going to get any business from that homeowner again, so might as well cut their losses and leave. I'm not saying that's a right thing to do, but it happens. So if you're a homeowner, you can find that one general contractor, remodeling contractor that you have come to know, like, and trust. You've hired them, and you can go ahead and share my book and my model, and they can subscribe to that. It sort of lays out how you actually make this work. So my advice to homeowners is find that contractor and that you've already hired, and ask them to be part of this, and tell them the benefits for them too. Whenever I've talked to contractors about this, they get it right away. They understand it. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to follow it, but they get it. Holistic approach. Let's look at the whole house and stuff. Let's manage it for the homeowners. Once they get it pretty quickly, they're all in.
It sounds kind of like my doctor, my personal doctor. I go to him, and he sends me to all the other professionals, healthcare professionals.
Exactly. You have a general practitioner, but they're the ones getting the test results back. They're the ones managing your care. I mean, the same thing can be done pretty easily just with related to your house. So that's what I'm advocating.
Okay, so here's my next question. If I'm a general contractor, if I'm a remodeling contractor, and I have this customer who I'm servicing, and I'm overseeing a couple of tradesmen, a couple of pros, how do I help them? Obviously, you said part of it is the long-term relationship. It inherently creates a better communication, better connection, more trust and obligation, mutual obligation. But what else could I add to make sure people are working together and to the best interest of the home and homeowner, and not only seeing their own narrow picture? How do you create that synergy? How do you help people work together?
I think, that's in the magic that I think general contractors can produce. They're the magicians here. They're the ones that are having to do this, especially the general contractors that specialize in residential remodel, because they're having to, not only juggle all their trades and the projects and everything like that, but they're also having to juggle the homeowner, because most cases the homeowner is still living in the property at the time. So it's really a magic act that the general contractor needs to go ahead and be the magician for that. And sometimes it's, it really depends on the general contractor and their personality. Sometimes it's a carrot, sometimes it's a stick approach, but ultimately that general contractor has sway over the people that they're hiring to bringing into on projects. So if their trades want, you lay down the law and say, this is the way it's going to be. I want a holistic approach. I'm not having fingers pointed this way or that way. I need people that are going to take responsibility. I think what you're also seeing is more general contractors getting away from subs. I know some great general contractors that they are slowly but surely bringing in that expertise in-house. So as their volume increases, they're bringing an HVAC person in. As their volume increases, they're bringing in an electrician in. Because when they look at how much money they paid out to their electrician or their plumber or their HVAC person over the course of a year. That's a person's salary that they can then employ. And so that's like the best scenario is to hire people in-house that they are your employees. They're still licensed in their particular trade, but they work for you, and you have so much work, you're keeping them busy, 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. So they're thrilled too. So I think most tradespeople want to stay busy. They want to be working. They don't want to sit around. And if they're not playing by this holistic approach, they're not being a team player, then you find someone that will play under those rules. We're not asking for a lot of people here. We're asking them to take pride in their craft. We're asking people to work as a part of a team of other people. This is we're not asking people a lot. And maybe have a positive attitude too. Maybe that's asking too much. I don't think so. So when you're dealing with homeowners want people with good positive attitudes because they're taking care of their house. So
really, you're reaching a win-win for everybody involved. You're having a win for the contractors. You're having a win for the tradesmen who receive regular work, regular employment. You have a win for the homeowners who receive much higher quality of work and much more peace of mind and a higher value to their home. It really sounds like a good deal for everybody involved.
Absolutely.
Do you have a last word of advice to homeowners and to contractors?
I would say get my book. It's available on Amazon. It lays out sort of a framework to doing this. For homeowners, I would say when you find that really great person, hold on to them, keep them busy. That once you find someone, don't let them go. You spent all this time trying to find a great person that you like and trust. This is when you have people in your home, it's a personal thing. So when you find someone you like and trust, you should go ahead and hold on to them as long as you can. Keep them busy. Refer them to your friends. For contractors, it's 2016, guys and gals, and we need to keep up with other industries that are progressing technologically. The customer should be your sole focus. All the best companies out there have customers as their prime focus, and if you're not focused on the customer, they'll find someone else that is. So focus on the customers, keep learning. That's what I'd have to say.
Awesome. So get your new book, Upkeep. Guys, read Chuck Solomon's book, Upkeep. Is there anywhere else where it's best to touch base with you? If somebody wants to reach out to you, be in touch with you, somebody maybe wants to consult about their business?
Yeah, so my website is chucksolomon.com, ChuckSolomon.com. There's a link to my book on there. Happy to take calls and just have a conversation with contractors anywhere. I just serve the U.S. And Canada as well. So not international, just North America. But I'd love to just have a conversation with you. I love learning about contractors and their businesses and how they're doing and stuff. If I can help or if I can steer them in the right direction, I'm happy to do that. And if you're really looking to sort of build a business, not beyond yourself and hire other people, that's really where my magic can work best. So
awesome, Chuck. Thank you so much for coming on board. This was a great talk. I'm really happy you've been here.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day, and I hope our audience have a great day too.